Conquest is one of the most evil villains in the show, but people love the idea of him having a redemption arc, affectionately calling a good version of him Carl. Even one of the creators of Invincible believes that in an alternate universe, Conquest would retire in Utah with his dogs and become peaceful. Is this actually possible? And why do people even want a redemption for a psychopath like Conquest? In the comics, Conquest is a lot more simple. He is less of a character and more of a force of nature. The first time we hear of him is from Anissa, warning Mark of his arrival. If someone like Anissa who destroyed Mark is just a warning, then just how strong is this guy? Turns out, pretty fucking strong. When Conquest arrives, he dominates. There are several moments that Conquest could have ended the fight, like here, here, and here. But he doesn't. He actively enjoys combat and wants to make it last as much as possible. He is a sadistic psychopath who fights for the love of the game. That is the only thing he cares about. He doesn't even care about spreading the Voltrumite Empire. He doesn't even believe in its core ideology. The only reason he follows it is because it gives him the opportunity to go from planet to planet and quote, drench his fist in blood. Comics Conquest is way more one-dimensional. He is less of a character and more like a boss battle that raises the stakes for the upcoming Voltrumite War, showing how much Invincible still has to grow in order to protect Earth and his family. For the comics, that's fine, but in the show the writers expand upon this character. He is still a sadistic maniac, but they explore what that means in relation with the other Voltrumites. Because of his sadistic nature, he has alienated himself from the others. He understands that because of what he does, it results in the other Voltrumites avoiding him. This gives him a relatable desire of genuine human connection. What's possibly most tragic of all is his name, or rather the lack of it. A name is the foundation of a person's identity. By having none and just having a title, it further dehumanizes him. By reflecting on this, it highlights just how sad and lonely his life is. This does not excuse his actions, but it does in a way humanize him. His own actions resulted in him becoming a social pariah that exists solely as a tool used for conquest. This self-reflection turns him from a mindless beast into a deeply flawed person. It's that aspect that made him such a compelling character. We don't relate to him being a maniac, but we do relate with the feeling of being lonely, being an outcast. It's a tragic emotion that makes us want to root for him despite his evil nature. Conquest is one of the strongest, oldest, and most accomplished amongst the Viltrum Empire. He should be well respected just like Nolan. Nolan, despite being a traitor, is still well respected. Lucan calls him Nolan the Great. Other Voltrumites tell stories of Nolan's exploits. Why isn't the same said for Conquest? It's not a lack of achievements, but because of the methods that he uses to accomplish said goals. Voltrumite brutality is a means to an end. They much prefer diplomacy first, just like what Anissa did with Mark. If this doesn't work, then they slaughter all those that resist, but will still let anyone who bowed down to join the Empire. There's a reason for the violence they inflict, but for Conquest, it's violence for violence sake. Like he said, he doesn't actually believe in the Voltrumite ideology. He is much closer to a character like Battle Beast than he is to any other Voltrumite, and that's what makes him so feared. He is viewed as a rabid dog that is useful against your enemies, but could also be a danger to allies if he gets out of control. After the Voltrumite purge when Trag puts a stop to it, Conquest is the only one that showed resistance. Voltrumites are unwaveringly loyal. This small amount of defiance is already a big deal. But that's not the only difference between Conquest and the other Voltrumites. Voltrumites are brutal, but not sadistic. They go for the kill while Conquest wants to savor the fight. Voltrumites are zealots that believe in the Voltrumite ideology. They want to conquer other people because they genuinely believe it's a good thing. Manifest destiny type shit. Conquest doesn't. He calls what the Viltrumite Empire makes him do as atrocities. All of this combined contributes to the other Viltrumites not respecting him the same way they do Nolan. If Conquest wasn't so strong and efficient, it's possible he would have been killed earlier for not being a true follower of Argo. Now that we know who Conquest is, can he be redeemed? Is Carl Quest real? In my opinion, no. Conquest is just too far gone. He's the ultimate embodiment of everything wrong with the Voltrum Empire. Voltrumites talk about ending world hunger, curing disease, preventing natural disasters. It doesn't matter what they say, because under the Voltrumite Empire, a single mistake is punishable by death. It's slavery with extra steps. Plus, Conquest is ancient. Unlike Anissa who served as a diplomat, Conquest is just a destroyer. After thousands of years, he has killed billions of lives. The nuclear bombing of Nagasaki and Hiroshima killed 200,000 people. Conquest did 10,000 of those across galaxies. Even in an alternate universe where Conquest lives in a farm, that isn't redemption, it's retirement. After all the atrocities that he committed, there's no amount of remorse or regret that can fix that.